Hey everyone, this is Don Johnson with Hot Results Copywriting, and in this video we'll be covering removing the agony or sort of refunds in general. And this is not a pleasant topic for a lot of business people because they don't want to deal with almost the idea of people not being happy with the products, chargebacks, and very irate customers who sort of don't really see there's some error in there. It's always a little different, even if it's the same issue. Everybody has a different perception or different take on whatever like the problem is. Some people just say, oh yeah, the product vendor is a piece of crap, they're not good, they're scammers, whatever. And sometimes it's a good product person and they came out with a new product and they misrepresented it on their sales page and in their sales material, and that's a big part of what this is about because I see it too often. And I know the product should be probably not charged less, but they just need to shift the sales page to stop misrepresenting the product in certain ways that it targets features or benefits that other clients want, but the main clientele just don't care about. And when they get the product, they're like, it's not everybody that has that feeling that gets a refund. It's like not everybody who has you get something at Walmart and it's 5 things and 3 of them pissed you off, and then 1 you have to go in and just refund it because that's ridiculous. It's not what you thought. It looked different even on the shelf, and it's just not what you want, and it's a misrepresentation of what it is in a lot of cases. And this obviously comes from too many errors in the sales pitch, the sales page, whatever the video said, or the page with words on it. And it can be devastating when your sort of merchant account, PayPal or whatever, has those sort of transactions, the questionable transactions that are highlighted in your dashboard, and you realize I messed something up. To checkout, Payza, whatever, they all have their own systems, and they will shut you down if the refunds are too high, or chargebacks. I think are worse because it's literally them talking to the credit card company, and they don't have any faith in you refunding it, so they're going to the credit card and they're just saying they pretty much got scammed. That's what the difference between chargeback and refund. If the product creator won't really talk to you, chargeback happens. But the credit card companies only allow like 1 or 2 ever on the credit card, and that's not a hard rule, but it gets sketchy for the client, the person holding the card, if they do too many chargebacks. And that's just from experience with dealing with clients who've gone through it, and wow, it's a different process. But we're just tackling this because it's the copywriting angle that we can fix, and it's not that the product creators aren't I'm going to say they're inattentive. Sometimes they don't care, but we're talking about the people who are ethical here, who are into this long term, and they just made a mistake, or they just wanted the sales copy to be done. And yeah, if you get your copy from somebody who's unethical, who has no expertise, it's not even in that field really, because each copywriter will study whatever market, health, finance, business, to create your sales copy, and they don't necessarily have to have that expertise or knowledge of whatever it is. They just research it and they can make a sales message off of it. That might seem a little sketchy or counterintuitive, but even I have to, when I get, let's say, something for lawn equipment, I have to make a sales page for lawn equipment. I research it and just, kind of get myself familiar with it. Like a school project, you have to research to get the A. You have to research, do a research project. You have to research, go online, pick up books, and you get an A based upon your expression of the expertise for that project. The essay or whatever, and that's the same thing. It's a big essay, and the A grade is the one that gets the sales in this case. But yeah, when you have too many refunds, sometimes it's just the first one, sometimes it's just a customer coming messaging you or calling in to let you know that they're confused about what your product really is and if it fits their needs. And if that's the case, you need to fix your sales copy, you need to fix your sales message, and that's what I do. I've helped for this particular issue 2.5 clients. One that didn't really have that problem, but misconception in her mind let her know that she was too fearful of refunds and almost didn't want to do the sales letter altogether because she was just not willing to put her product out there, but she was afraid of misrepresenting her stuff. And this was several years ago, but that was really ridiculous that she thought that way because it was preventing her from making any money whatsoever from her product. And So it's we have to match the quality of the product to the presentation, and that's what I do. I just analyze the product and make the sales page for it, and you need a strong sort of creative message to deliver that message, and it needs to be a strong message that's clearly stated and honestly stated, trustworthy. Trustworthiness comes from setting everything clearly, maybe cleverly, maybe smartly, whatever they need to hear, and it's just how it is. But it can get ridiculous at times when we know what we're doing, and we know there's some errors in the copy or whatever. We had some other person do it, or we try to make the sales copy ourselves, and we just don't feel good about the copy, and that's a lingering problem. And if you can't easily figure out what it is, that's when you give the sales copy to me, where I analyze what you've done so far, and then I help that, I fix that, because that's what I do for a living as one of my several businesses. Other times we just need to buckle down and realize, sort of very slowly, reflecting clearly and obviously, we just need to admit that we need to fix up our presentation to the clients, because that sales page in many cases is the only thing that connects us to any clients, and we just need to deal with the sales copy before any more complaints come up. And if it's just fear, I can help alleviate that fear, the whatever the guilt or whatever shame. Fear, guilt, and shame tend to be associated with this kind of stuff. And if you have any questions or any whatever qualm, problem, issue, challenge with your sales copy, with the product in general, and that comes up where it's like a refund issue, or like how do you deal with that? Money back guarantee tends to be a supporting, support net for the trapeze artists in the circus when they fall. It's just literally to save you when different customers come and they bought by accident or whatever. Then there's different levels to this, but you just need to fix up the sales copy so that you can prevent any of that stuff before it happens. And that's really it for this video. Kind of a simple thing, but it's not as difficult as people think to resolve it, meaning to clean up your sales copy and have a clearer message. But this has been Don Johnson with Hot Results Copywriting, and removing the Agony refunds, which it sucks to have refunds. And if you'd like to learn more, please reach out and just ask questions. Just let me know what your situation is, but I can help you out, most likely, probably with a sales letter, whatever you need. But yeah, thank you.